Good morning and happy July 22nd. If this is if Brandon's watching this, happy birthday. Just wanted to show you a nice little harvest of our zucchini here. A couple of these got a little big. I actually don't like them when they get this big as much as when they're small. Still very edible and very delicious. You just have to kind of cut them in half and scoop out some seeds. The middle gets a little bit mushy where the seeds are. I like to pick them when they're right around the size of these three smaller ones, because you just slice them and eat them. I usually cut them in quarters and about 1/2 inch slices and saute them in a little bit of whatever kind of oil is handy. Butter, avocado oil. Put some green onion in there and you have a nice little fresh vegetable dish. So these great big ones right here on Tuesday, which is the last time I was able to come out in the garden, were even smaller than these. So you can see the explosive growth that occurred in only 2 days. We're going to go over here and take a look at the zucchini plants real quick. Hello, chilies. Starting with our experiment in the middle, this is the zucchini that I'm training up the fence. Here's the base. Here's all the leaves that I have trimmed off. Zucchini. Oh, this one has some blossom end rot. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one. I'll cut it off a little bit later. It's too soft to snap off cleanly. And then I've tied it to the fence. There's a few tendrils growing here, so hopefully these will get a little bit longer and help to support this plant growing up the fence. Over here, we've got the 2 zucchini plants that I'm letting stay on the ground, but I am trimming off the branches, or the leaves, I guess. Before that first fruit, I'm trimming off the leaves. I just picked one there, so now I can trim off these other 3 leaves and keep that going. I did have one with blossom end rot that I cut off this morning, as you can see here. Corey's thinking that blossom end rot is coming from his seed that he's been saving year after year, and probably for about 5 generations. I don't know, but we are getting some blossom end rot and lots of good fruits too. And then the one over here is the plant that we're just kind of letting grow wild, not trimming off any of the leaves, which is how we've always done it. And I had to get rid of quite a few of the zucchini this morning from this plant. Check this out. Bindweed is growing here. You can't get it from the root like I told you before, because they go down about 15 feet. Unless it's a brand new plant that just sprouted from a seed, you can't really get them from the root. Every now and then you're treated with one that has a root on it though, and I always get real excited when I do that, because I caught it before it was able to really get established. There's the zucchini. Quick check-in with all the chilies. This one I think is Chile Serrano. Those are hot little ones right there. More Chile Serrano. These are either Hungarian hot or banana peppers. We don't know which. But the chili plants are doing really good. I've got one here that I wanted to show you. Not sure what happened here, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this plant. All the other chilies are doing great. I've got another 14 of the Moscow chili plants in this bed and one in a bucket. So the chili's doing okay except for this guy right here, which is weird because he has the most room, you know. Maybe a pest got to it or something. I have no idea. The leaves look pretty intact. Moving over to the tomatoes. This morning I came through and kind of reposition the clips to let these keep continuing to grow up the trellis. Lots of fruits on the tomatoes. As you can see, this branch right here that's growing some fruits has even put off some more blossoms, so these guys are pretty happy. Last year we were already harvesting tomatoes by this time. Not many, mind you, but we still had a few. And this year still have yet to pick a tomato, although they are starting to get some color on them. For your tomatoes, it's a good idea to trim off these leaves, some of the leaves, so that the sun can get to the fruits and begin to ripen them. Just gonna pass by the greens bed pretty quickly because there's not much different here. Here's the seed heads. This is what happens to lettuce when it bolts to seed. Corey's gonna let these go ahead and produce seeds so that we can grow the same variety of lettuce next year. This is a really tasty green. Looking at the tomatillos, these guys are pretty happy. This husk right here has a really tiny fruit in it that you can't even feel yet. But by the time these guys ripen, the husk will dry out and then you're ready to pick these. When we are able to harvest enough of the tomatillos to make salsa, I'm going to go ahead and do that on camera so you guys can see what to do. What in the world am I going to do with all these tomatillos? I'm telling you, they make a very, very good salsa. If you're in the grocery store and you see a green salsa, chances are it's made from tomatillos. Turn that jar over, look at the ingredients, and if it says tomatillo, then give it a try. Very tasty salsa, I'm telling you. Not much difference with all the potatoes. A lot of growth. Get some flowers on these potatoes. Potato plants themselves are very pretty. Eggplants. Getting some tiny, tiny eggplants in here. This is the Moscow chili grown in a bucket. It's pretty happy. This is the one we harvested a chili from the other day. More potatoes. Just check out this crazy, incredible growth. We like to grow these potatoes in containers. It makes them so much easier to harvest. I'm going to walk over here and show you the bean pole next. Bean pole. Do, 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 do. 10 feet wasn't high enough. Here we are getting some blossoms. That's good to see finally. Pretty soon the bees are going to be buzzing around in here. I forgot what these were the next day. So, I'm sorry, I forgot what these were the last time I did a video. Nasturtiums. These little plants here are nasturtiums. The peas? So Corey said that we're going to let all these dry out and he's going to make something with dry beans, but I'm going to eat that. Yum, yum. And then on to the cucumbers. Still don't have any cucumbers ready to pick. And I am looking forward to it so much. But you can see with all the flowers we have on here, we should have plenty of cucumbers. I'm hoping that we can pick enough to pickle. There's two different types of pickling. You can pickle the traditional way with vinegar in the canner and all that. Or you can ferment. There's a lot of good YouTube channels on fermenting. So I would encourage you to check those out and give it a try. I plan on doing a video on fermentation as well. Really good way to put up vegetables, and you know what? That's one of the traditional ways to preserve foods that dates back just thousands of years, and as humans we've actually developed digestive systems that really depend on the probiotic bacteria that's produced. It's called lactobacillus in your fermented vegetables. I just like sitting here in the morning, look at all this green growth. It's just really, really pleasant. Jerusalem artichokes. So I hope you guys have a great day. We're going to spend a little time with Brandon and Jesse this afternoon. And I have some work to do today, doing some store visits before that. So I'm going to let you guys go so I can get ready for work. Peace out. Make it a great day.